if we come from bigger companies, you're always taught what your values should be. And that's what we also thought our values are and have always been, unless you actually take the time and ask yourself what really is important to you and matters most to you. That to a point that it moves your decision making. I realize it's important that each one has his own values and understand his own values as opposed to just simply being given values by the company. Each one of us has a different set of values, and no one is right or wrong. Um, and I realized that those values are the reason. Those were the reasons I left my previous company. Those could possibly be the reason why employees would stay and employees would go. So we've read a lot of articles trying to understand how millennials think nowadays, because of the way they do at work is different from our generation. And then I realized that probably it's really all about the values, and it's our responsibility as managers to put the employees' values first, to foster a relationship between the company and the employee.
I kind of just realized that when you do things, you have to be you have to be comfortable and happy doing it. Otherwise, you're just really working there and then just for the paycheck, and there's really no value of what you're doing because of so many influence, so many changes. You tend to become a chameleon with what others value, like that, and then you kind of forget your own self. We grew up, or probably we started doing things because it's the acceptable values that other people are doing, and they are kind of successful because they're doing that, and they're kind of more happy at the same time. We just live ourselves copying other people's values. So I think this kind of session just really made me realize that we can just really do what we want as long as those are the things that we value, because we only live once. So if we keep on following other people's values, we end up there's a blank part in our life. So I think that's just for a very short span of this. I think it's just 2 hours, but I just realized that I have to kind of be free with how people should have their values, because I have my own, and this is me, and this is who I am.
I really tend to let's say like push people, and then making sure that everyone is doing their job the right way and all that. But sometimes I'm not teaching them anymore how to be accountable. But based on the training that we have today, it's like I just have to learn their values so that I know how to make them more accountable. I think it's really respecting everyone's values, and most importantly, making sure that whatever I do, it's what I value the most.
I always felt that values, a person's values, core values, are always the same. But today I realized that my values have shifted quite a bit, and it's refreshing to know that. And everybody has very different values, but at the end of the day, that is what makes you enjoy your current life or current job. And that's good to know. My key learning is that everybody has an individual journey and their journey is always very different. I mean, at different stages of life, what you want is really different. So there's no right and wrongs. If you don't follow your heart, you're not going to do something that you enjoy, and you're going to basically waste your life. So the key learning would be to just listen to your heart and be in check with what you really want. And once you know that, just pursue that, because that makes your life colorful.